Hey y'all, it's Christy Love, and you are live with me on a special broadcast. We're actually starting like the new season of Kraze Radio. Of course, we're all about the independents and underground unsigned artists. But tonight we will be talking to a special guest by the name of Joshua Gunn. Some know him as Jay Gunn. He's from North Carolina. We're going to try to call Joshua. Let's see. You have a winner.
Yeah, hello.
Joshua?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Christy Love.
What's happening, Christy?
So honored to be able to talk to you tonight.
Oh yeah, it's mine. The honor is all mine. I appreciate you reaching out.
And I can't even remember how I came across you. It's no telling. I'm always clicking on artists, and I was going through my Facebook the other day, and I kept seeing some stuff about Dame Dash. I was like, well, what's going on with Dame Dash, And so I started paying attention, and then today I saw it again, and I was like, let me click and see what's going on, like, for real. And I was like, okay, because when I first saw it, I thought you were in production with the show or an actual part of the show, and then the more and more I looked, I was like, this is an artist, and he will be on the show, Christy. So I had to get myself together. But I just wanted to go ahead and reach out to you and get you on our first episode of Kraze Radio for our 3rd year anniversary.
Oh, word. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Welcome to Kraze Radio.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Joshua or Jay Gunn. Do you go by Joshua Gunn or Jay Gunn?
I go by Joshua Gunn, but most people shorten it and call me Jay Gunn, but Joshua Gunn is my name.
Okay. I like to get personal, so I'm going to call you Jay, like we old friends from the block.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
But everybody, so Joshua is from North Carolina, Durham to be exact, right?
That's right. Yeah, Bull City.
Hip-hop artist. Started as a battle rapper and transitioned into a well-rounded artist and musician.
Yeah.
I actually read that you have been into this music thing for like 15 years.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a typo? Because like he don't look a day over 20. Like, seriously, what are they talking about? But
yeah,
you
I've been doing
young, right?
Yeah, like since I was like 9 years old.
Oh my God, that's like unheard of. So what at 9 years old, what were you doing?
I was rapping probably at 9 years old. I was rapping about, stuff that was probably too mature for my age. The way I got started rapping was I had an older brother, and my brother is almost 7 years older than me. So, around that time he was already a teenager, and he was into, what I consider the golden era of hip-hop. So he exposed me to, a lot of really good music at that age. So I wanted to mimic what my big brother was doing. And, I figured out that I could memorize lyrics very easily. Like even now, if I hear a song one time, I would know from front to back. So I started off just memorizing other people's raps and rapping them for my friends and impressing everybody at, in elementary school. With these rap lyrics and using curse words, and everyone thought it was so cool. But I really enjoy performing. I've been performing like in the theater and in other ways ever since I could talk. I've been on stage, so I always felt really comfortable on stage, and then transitioned from that to writing my own raps like around age 9. From there, the rest was history. My dad entered me in talent shows. I started winning, and I really loved what I was doing, and I felt like I had found my calling in life.
So very artistic. You can do it all.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. I can't draw. So
really?
I say very musically inclined. I cannot draw. No, I'm
most artists that I come across that sing or that are really, really like extremely talented can also draw or paint. And you can't do that.
I know. I can't do it. It's just not my thing. I am like a really terrible. I went to one of those wine and design classes one time, and I did really good with the instructions, and I'm proud of that piece. But other than that, I'm really terrible. I'm awful. If you asked me to draw a picture of a tree, you would have a tough time recognizing it as a tree.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm
that's
really
horrible.
Yeah,
oh wow, you were too busy memorizing Public Enemy and whoever else.
Yeah, exactly. Too busy trying to perform to learn. I can't even really write. My handwriting is even really awful. So anything that involves a pen and drawing or writing, I'm just not really good at it. But rapping and performing and music, that's my thing.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, when did you really, I mean, of course I know you took it serious back then. You probably thought at 9 years old you was like the sweetest thing since.
I thought I was going to be the next one.
When did you really, like, know, okay, this is really, really something and I'm going to pursue this?
I always wanted to pursue it because every time I would rhyme for somebody, whether it be one of my peers or like my brother's homeboys, they would be blown away. But I recognized then, even then, I was like, it's probably just because I'm a kid rapper. So I really was very conscious of trying to like not be a kid rapper. Like I didn't rap about kid stuff. I always had a vision for myself as being, the top hip hop artist in the game. So I think, maybe around like 12 or 13, I really started to say, this is what I want to do in my life, and I started to take it seriously. But then, because at that age, just getting into a recording studio was a goal of mine, because I'd never been in a studio. I was like recording on, I don't know if you remember those little boom boxes that you could rap into the speaker and it will record you. Are you old enough
Absolutely,
to remember those?
Yes.
All right. So I was recording on those, like really. Okay, all right. Really terrible sound quality and stuff. So my dream at the time was just to go into a studio, you know what I'm saying? And then the ability to go into a studio was just exciting to me. So a friend of my dad's had a studio in his basement. He had a record label called Hectic Records, and he was working with a guy named Mike City. Mike City is now a Grammy Award-winning producer. He produced that Sunshine Anderson hit she had. He produced Carl Thomas's Summer Rain, that era. He produced some stuff for Dave Hollister, Stevie Wonder, Brandy. So he's big time now, but at the time he was going to North Carolina Central here in Durham, and I got to work with him when I was a kid. He brought Big Daddy Kane to his studio, and I got an opportunity to work with Big Daddy Kane at like 12 or maybe I was 13. And if I had to pick one moment, that was the moment where I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm standing next to a legend right now, and he's telling me, yo, you got it, bro. Like, I remember Kane telling me, you got it. And
at
someone
13 years
of that
old?
At 13, he said, bro, you have it. Like, you got it. And, that really stuck with me. That really inspired me. So if you ask me, like, what the particular moment where I was like, okay, maybe I really am as good as I think I am, it was that moment.
And then, so what was the first song you put out? Do you remember
the first song
you ever recorded in the studio?
It was yes, the record was called Blaze It Up. That was the name of the record. And it was I was in a group with two other guys, and Big Daddy Kane was featured on the record. That was the first song that we recorded. It's called Blaze It Up. I don't remember the lyrics, but I remember that being the record.
Well, you have to find that. I want to hear it.
It's probably not hard for me to find. I could probably find it, and if I find it, I'll send it to you. I have to ask Mike City if he still has it. I'm sure someone has it somewhere. We actually put it out, because they had a little independent label at the time, so it might not be hard to find. This was before the internet was really popping, but I bet I could find it.
So by the time you got through high school and college, because you went to North Carolina A&T University,
right? Yep, Aggie Pride, yep.
Oh yeah, y'all just had a homecoming too, the greatest homecoming on earth.
Greatest homecoming on earth. Yes. I'm still recovering.
Did you perform there, or did you just go in to have fun?
I didn't perform this year. I didn't perform because when initially I was supposed to be on tour during homecoming, so I wasn't even planning to be there. But the tour actually got postponed, so I was able to be there, but I didn't get to perform. Okay,
and what tour are you currently on?
So we were supposed to go on a tour with Scarface and Twista called the 3 the Hard Way Tour. Juvenile is also on that tour. However, I think they have a few parties involved had some issues legally, and the tour has been postponed. So I don't have any more info as to when we're going back on the road with those guys. But that tour was actually supposed to start in October, but they've since moved it to next year. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, and when you say we, are you part of a group?
No, I'm not part of a group, but I perform with a band. So my bandmates and I. We perform with a 4-piece band, and then there's also another vocalist in the band, a singer, Brandon Pierre, who who tours with us as well.
You always tour with the band?
I always play with the band. Yes.
Wow. Now that's different for a hip hop artist.
Yeah, and you know, it's like it's special. That's one of the things that I really like. I think that if people listen to my music, I think they'll get it. But I think really to understand what we're doing and kind of the whole approach that we're taking, you have to see me live because the band adds a whole other element to what we're doing. Yeah,
I was about to say I love a live band, and like if I could go to a hip hop show and they have a live band, like oh my God, I would be like so in love.
Well, you got to come out and see us. I
will. So what, like, do you do a lot of appearances here in North Carolina? Because I know you big time. I seen you over in Jamaica and some are everywhere. So do you do a lot of sets here locally?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I perform in Durham at least once a year. This is my hometown, so I always do at least one show in Durham a year. And then we typically will perform in Greensboro at least once a year as well. Charlotte, we performed in Charlotte every year for the past 5 years. So we're in North Carolina a lot. I try not to stay too local because A, you don't want to overexpose yourself, and B, you know, I have goals and aspirations of achieving things outside of the U.S.
Right.
So I try to focus a lot of my energy there, but it's nice to be able to come home and still rock a crowd. I'm doing a show in Durham on New Year's Eve, actually. We just signed a contract for that. So I don't know what part are you in North Carolina? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm in Raleigh.
Oh, yeah. So we're doing a show New Year's Eve in Durham if you're here. Fonte from Foreign Exchange is actually hosting it, and we're headlining that. We're headlining that performance. So
where?
You should definitely come out. It's at the Durham Armory.
I'll try to remember
so I don't know if
that.
you're familiar with. Are you familiar with the Art of Cool Festival?
Yes.
Okay, so the Art of Cool is actually doing the show, and we're headlining it for New Year's.
That's actually really good. It was actually a good thing because I can tell you are quite intelligent. You have your head on straight. So by you having all of those musical influences so early in your life, it really sets you up to be as successful as you are now with the music and touring and everything.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I think I've really been blessed to have the right people around me and to learn from a lot of really incredible people. Yeah,
and so, but you are still classified as independent, right?
I am an independent. I am absolutely independent. Yes. Yeah, I actually own my own company, which is called Red Eye Lifestyle. It's a partnership with a friend of mine named Rashad Latson. Red Eye Lifestyle has been around for 4 or 5 years. We've been working together. So we do everything in-house. We promote our own shows. We book our own shows. We create, press and distribute, and sell our own music.
Wow. That is a lot. Because
it's not easy.
I be trying to tell these artists, these unsigned artists that's trying to be independent, look, do it yourself. You don't need anybody else's label. You can do it all yourself. So I really, you know, I'm thankful that you are able to do that. But that leads me to your appearance on the Master Teacher's new show on NBC.
Yeah.
The Dame Dash.
Yeah.
How did you connect with Dame?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to try to keep my answers short. I have a tough time telling short stories. So I met Dame Dash through a guy named Big Bootsy, who is a art entrepreneur in Durham as well. He has his own record label, and he's been in the area. He's from Harlem, though. So him and Dame grew up together. He played him. He was in Paid in Full. He's a good friend of Dame's. And my videographer, Ab, was like, yo, Bootsy and them are doing some work with Dame Dash. And so my whole life, I'm a hip-hop fan as well as an artist. I've always admired Dame, and the whole Rockefeller movement is heavily inspired what I do. So I was like, man, I just got to meet him. I really want to meet him. So Ab was like, I'll check with Bootsy and see if we can make it happen. So Ab was like, let me wait a little while because they had other artists that they were working with. They had other things they were doing. But once he developed that relationship, he introduced me to Bootsy. Bootsy checked out everything that I was doing. I was like, this is perfect, exactly what Dame is looking for. I want to take you to meet him. So I got a chance to go meet Dame at 102 Jams. It was only a couple months ago. Maybe it was the summertime, so a few months back. Met Dame, and we kind of just started to talk a little bit about what I'm doing. And Dame and I, we saw eye to eye on a lot of things, just in terms of our approach to booking our own shows, our independent mindset, the fact that we're focusing a lot on international exposure rather than just U.S. We talked about some artists that we like. Alice Smith, he's a big fan of hers and a friend of hers. This artist named Citizen Cope that I actually had a record on my album that we sample is one of Dame's better friends. So we just had a lot in common from our initial conversation, and then it was really took off from there. Dame saw what we were doing. He came to see me perform here in Durham, and I think he was really impressed by everything that we had, and he's like, look, I want to work with you. And I didn't know at the time that he was doing a TV show, but the relationship kind of developed from there. And he was like, I want you to be the first guest on my show. And he was like, I want you to bring the band. You guys can perform. And so that the rest is history. We're on the first ever Dame Dash show, which is pretty dope because he's piloting it in Raleigh tonight, but it's actually going to eventually be a national show on NBC. So it's really, really exciting.
And I don't watch that much TV anymore, but if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for me liking your page and, your stuff being on my timeline, I would have never known anything about it. And so, like I said, I can't even remember how I got to you, but there's a purpose for everything. But
God works in mysterious ways.
He does. And I'm like, oh, my God, this show is so awesome especially for independent artists that are trying to get their stuff together. I'm pretty sure that they will gain a lot of knowledge from watching his show, so I'm definitely going to promote it, as much as I can. And like you said, for him to reach out to you, well, now that I know y'all have this buddy-buddy connection now, but, but for him to be as big as he is and really choose our market to start his show in, you know what I'm saying, and then incorporate somebody that's from here, like, that is so major.
It is. I agree. I said this when we were shaping the show. Just Dame that may not even recognize how important it is to us as a state and as an area to have someone of his caliber choose our area to launch a show. And I think when Dame came here, he was actually surprised at the level of talent that's in the state because, being a New York City guy, you think of North Carolina as like, farm town. And you may not recognize that, there's some dope artists here in every genre. And, that's something that I've been a fight that I've been fighting forever as long as I've been doing music is getting people to see not only me, but everyone else here that's so talented because I believe in, especially my city. I believe in Durham a lot. I know there's lots of talent here, but statewide there's so many incredible artists. So his show is going to be a platform for that. And just a way for us to gain some exposure and some knowledge. So it's a super big deal.
I'm so happy about it. So during the first episode, which actually airs tonight after Saturday Night Live, 1:30 a.m., I do believe.
1:30 a.m. Yeah, it's going to be late
for a while. That's a good time for artists because, they're going to be in between wherever.
Right.
If they leave the club early or haven't got there yet, it's a perfect time. And everybody has a TiVo or DVR or something, so I'm pretty sure they can catch it.
Right.
If they don't catch it live. But,
Agreed. Yeah, DVR or, and it's also going to be available on Dame Dash Studios too. So Dame just launched a streaming service last month. So if people can't see it, if they don't catch it on the DVR, they don't catch it live, or they don't watch it on the WNCN.com, they can always see it on Dame Dash Studios, and it'll be there forever.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely check that out. And I don't want to keep, too much of your time. But right quick,
I got time.
Your music. Like, I know you've been doing music for so long, so where can we find all of Joshua Gunn's music?
Yeah, all of my music, everything that I've ever done is available on jgunnmusic.com. That's Jgunn with 2 N's. So JGUNN music.com. Everything. All my videos are there, my show footage, my albums, my mixtapes, my leaked freestyles, everything is there. And my last album, which is called Broken Glass Half Full, is on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. Everywhere that you can get music is there. We're, Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify. We're on all of those places. So very, very easy to find as long as you just Google Joshua Gunn and all the music is there. And, of course, social media is Gunn is Better, Instagram and Twitter. So very easy to kind of tap into what we're doing. We have a lot of other exciting announcements coming very soon that I can't say, But a lot of great things, a lot of blessings are coming. So I'm really, really excited about the momentum we have right now.
Okay, and we'll definitely stay connected to you. The most recent album you say is called.
It's called Broken Glass. It's called Broken Glass Half Full.
Cool. Okay. I think the song that I'm gonna feature tonight actually comes from that album. Correct me if I'm wrong. Known Unknown.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you picked that. That's actually the single that we're promoting. So I'm glad you selected that one. Yeah, Known Unknown is on Broken Glass.
Okay, I was about to say, now why are you glad that I picked that one? Tell me.
I'm glad.
Taste.
I'm glad you picked that because it's a single that we've been working for some time, and it's really getting some traction now. We actually, that's how we got booked for the show in Jamaica. It's actually like the top 3 song in Jamaica right now. At its highest point, I think it was number 3 in the country, and it is getting a lot of spins and a lot of love there in that market, which was surprising because it's not a reggae record. And, I guess not knowing a lot about that market, I was just assuming that reggae was the only thing hitting over there. But they really loved the song. We went over there and performed. They treated us like kings. It's amazing. So I'm glad you picked that record because that's the song that I think is a huge record. I really believe in it, and I hope that you like it. And I hope everyone that listens likes it as well.
I saw you all in the Jamaican airport with your Durham shirt on, representing Durham all the way over there.
I was repping. Yeah, I rep everywhere I go as hard as I can.
Okay, so the song Known Unknown is on iTunes. Go and download it. It actually features
please, get it.
Another North Carolina artist, Rico Barrino, who is also one of my favorites. You know what? That's probably how I got to you, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But
through Rick, okay.
How did you and Rico connect for this song? Y'all have history?
Man, we do. Yeah, I mean, just from being North Carolina artists that are kind of, on the scene, because a lot of us that do it, but there's a few of us that do it on a professional level at this point, and just kind of being on the scene. And I recorded in Greensboro a lot. I used to see Rico there. I really don't remember how we got introduced to each other, but we've known each other for some years now. And when we wrote the record, we were like, who should we get? I wrote the record with a guy named Weaver, who is an incredible songwriter as well, and our production team, A-List. We're like, yo, maybe let's sit into Rico. And he loved it, and he added a whole new flavor to it, and then the record was born. We've performed that record together a lot, and people really, really gravitate towards it. It's a super, super feel-good record and relatable subject matter. Yeah, I love it. My niece and nephews like it, and they're 9 and 4, so if they like it, I know we got one.
Yeah. I said, okay, he's going to make me pick my own song to play tonight, and I went through it. I was like, oh, my God, this is it.
Oh, I'm glad you picked the right one, so we had the right idea. We're both on the same page. That's good.
Okay, so Joshua Gunn, everybody.
Yeah.
Internationally known, okay?
Yeah.
We're still repping Durham, North Carolina, so shout out to you for that. Thank you so much for calling in tonight.
Man, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for taking interest in what we're doing. Really appreciate it. Yes,
we love independent artists who are doing their thing. So
for sure.
Anytime you got something to drop or you just want to check in, whatever, just let me know. We can hook it up.
Oh yeah, we will. We will be letting you know. I have your email now, so you'll get everything that we put out. So be ready.
Don't be slamming my inbox now.
No, we won't do that. Just new music.
Again.
Oh, we have so much. We have so much good music to put out. So beware. We will be emailing you.
All right, so before we, I'm going to let you introduce this song, but before we get into that, give everybody your social media once again.
Yeah, my social media, Instagram and Twitter is JGunnIsBetter, JGUNNISBETTER. That's better than your favorite rapper. People always ask me what better is, so JGunn is better than your favorite rapper is the full meaning of that. JGunnmusic.com, you can get everything. Facebook, I'm there active as well, Joshua Gunn. And so we introducing the record now?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so live Kraze Radio International Global Debut, Joshua Gunn featuring Rico Barrino, Known Unknown, produced by A-List Productions. Let's get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, yo.
What if I done things differently? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love?
Nobody
Who
knows.
love? It's known unknown.
Okay, I meant well, I swear I did. Responsible for all the pain that you inherited. It wasn't fair, you had to be the one I shared it with. My insecurities, all of my embarrassment. Cause you just wanted to love me, and in return I got ugly and took advantage. And honestly, it disgusted me. We should have discussed it, and maybe then we could. But I was driven by lust, and the sex was pretty good. Well, really, it was phenomenal. In the back of your Honda, I never put on the condom, although I probably should. Cause you already your mama, and with a lame baby father, and I'm a stand-up guy. But you misunderstood. I wanted to blink, you wanted to brink. I wanted your body, and you wanted the king. Now I see, the first thing I know about love is that I don't even know the first thing about love.
Unknown, just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown.
Say nobody really knows, but and now you're saying you never wanna see me again. And I say dumb shit like call me if you need a friend. But then you see me in the streets like every weekend. Such a small city, there's no secrets or no hidden sins. Everybody knows, but nobody knows, no, nobody really knows. Cause we don't know us, so really what I hope was, I know when we broke up, that shit just broke both of us. What you didn't know was, I kept my ex close cause I was too afraid to commit and just couldn't grow up. Funny thing about love is, don't nobody really know a thing about this love shit.
Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love?
One of them the lights right now.
Love, it's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love?
Nobody really knows what love is, man.
It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love. What's the love? Who love? It's known unknown. Just the way it goes. Nobody really knows how to love.
What's the love? It's a known unknown. Y'all already know how I like my hip-hop. With a little soul, with a little R&B, and you got me. That was Joshua Gunn, J. Gunn, out of Durham, North Carolina. Definitely on an international level. Definitely got his business together, featuring Rico Barrino, also out of North Carolina. We want to give a shout-out to Joshua Gunn, his label, everything he got going on. We want to give a shout-out to Dame Dash. Congratulations on your new show that's airing in the Triangle tonight at 1:30 a.m. So if you can't watch that tonight, make sure you set your TiVos and your DVRs to record it. You don't want to miss it. Definitely will be filled with all of the knowledge that you need going forward in your musical career. So check that out tonight. I am Christy Love. Thank you for tuning in to Kraze Radio.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like,